Welcome to Explain the Charts, where we break down the news and charts to give you an edge in the markets. Today, September 9th, 2024, we're focusing on EURUSD, a currency pair that's been showing some interesting moves recently. Let's start by looking at the latest news and events that could be impacting EURUSD. Recent headlines suggest that the US dollar has been gaining strength, potentially due to rising US Treasury bond yields. This could be putting downward pressure on EURUSD as investors seek out safe haven currencies. However, the European Central Bank, ECB, is expected to make a decision on interest rates soon, which could influence the euro's direction. Market participants are closely watching the Fed's expected rate cut this month, which could also impact the US dollar's strength. With these economic events in mind, let's transition to the charts to get a better understanding of what's happening. The daily chart for EURUSD shows that the pair has been trading in a range for the past few months, with a clear support level near 1.0900. The price has been bouncing off this support level several times, indicating that it is a significant zone for the bulls. On the other hand, the resistance level near 1.1150 has also been holding the price down, suggesting that sellers are stepping in near this level. If the price can break above the resistance level, it could signal a bullish breakout and lead to further gains. Conversely, if the price breaks below the support level, it could signal a bearish breakdown and lead to further losses. However, we need to look at shorter timeframes to get a more accurate picture of the current market sentiment. Let's switch to the 1-hour chart to see if we can spot any more clues. The 1-hour chart for EURUSD shows that the pair has been trading in a tighter range than the daily chart, suggesting that the market is indecisive. The price has been fluctuating between 1.1050 and 1.1100, but it hasn't managed to break out of this range. This could indicate that the market is waiting for more clarity from the upcoming economic events before making a significant move. The 15-minute chart for EURUSD provides an even more detailed view of the current market activity. Let's narrow in on the 15-minute chart to see what's happening. The 15-minute chart for EURUSD shows that the pair has been trading sideways for the past few hours with no clear direction. The price has been fluctuating between 1.1080 and 1.1100 with no major breakouts. This could indicate that the market is waiting for a catalyst to trigger a new move. The current rate of EURUSD is 1.1035 for US dollars. It has increased by 0% in the past 24 hours. See more of EURUSD rate dynamics on the detailed chart. Overall, the chart data suggests that EURUSD is currently in a consolidation phase. The price is stuck between support and resistance levels, and it's waiting for a catalyst to break out of this range. This catalyst could come from the upcoming economic events, such as the ECB's interest rate decision and the Fed's rate cut. If the ECB cuts interest rates, it could strengthen the euro and push EURUSD higher. On the other hand, if the Fed cuts rates more aggressively than expected, it could weaken the US dollar and push EURUSD higher. Conversely, if the Fed's rate cut is less aggressive than expected, it could strengthen the US dollar and push EURUSD lower. It's important to remember that these are just possibilities, and the market could react in unexpected ways. We need to stay vigilant and observe how the price reacts to the upcoming economic events to get a clearer picture of the market sentiment. Let's recap the key price levels to look out for. The daily chart shows that the support level near 1.0900 and the resistance level near 1.1150 are crucial for the current market sentiment. If the price breaks above the resistance level, it could signal a bullish breakout and lead to further gains. Conversely, if the price breaks below the support level, it could signal a bearish breakdown and lead to further losses. On the 1-hour chart, we can see that the pair has been trading in a tighter range between 1.1050 and 1.1100. If the price can break out of this range, it could signal a stronger move in either direction. The 15-minute chart shows that the pair is currently consolidating with no clear direction. This could indicate that the market is waiting for more clarity from the upcoming economic events before making a significant move. It's important to remember that these are just possibilities, and the market could react in unexpected ways. We need to stay vigilant and observe how the price reacts to the upcoming economic events to get a clearer picture of the market sentiment. It's also worth noting that the upcoming US CPI report could be a critical factor for the Fed's decision on rate cuts. If the CPI comes in lower than expected, it could increase the likelihood of a larger rate cut, which could weaken the US dollar and push EURUSD higher. Conversely, if the CPI comes in higher than expected, it could reduce the likelihood of a rate cut, which could strengthen the US dollar and push EURUSD lower. Overall, EURUSD is currently in a consolidation phase, with the price stuck between support and resistance levels. The market is waiting for a catalyst to break out of this range, and the upcoming economic events could be the key to unlocking this breakout. Let's focus on the 1-hour chart for EURUSD and see what insights we can glean. Over the past 1-hour time frame, the EURUSD has been relatively stable, oscillating within a narrower range compared to the daily chart. This suggests that the market is experiencing indecision and awaiting a catalyst to trigger a more definitive direction. The 1-hour chart reveals a potential support level at around 1.1050 and a resistance level at 1.1100, acting as temporary boundaries for the price action. The price has been bouncing off both these levels, reinforcing their significance as key areas to watch. As we mentioned earlier, the market is likely waiting for the ECB's interest rate decision and the Fed's rate cut announcement to gain clarity on the broader market sentiment. If the ECB decides to cut interest rates, this could boost the euro and potentially push EURUSD higher. Conversely, if the Fed's rate cut is less aggressive than anticipated, it could strengthen the US dollar and potentially drive EURUSD lower. The 1-hour chart, while suggesting some indecision, doesn't provide a clear indication of the future direction of the EURUSD. We need to consider the 15-minute chart to gain a more granular perspective. Let's transition to the 15-minute chart for a deeper dive. The 15-minute chart for EURUSD reveals even more subtle nuances in the current market activity. The price has been trading sideways for the past few hours, displaying a lack of clear momentum or direction. It's essentially stuck in a narrow range, hovering between 1.1080 and 1.1100. This sideways movement suggests that the market is awaiting a catalyst to prompt a more defined move. The 15-minute chart does not offer a strong signal for either a bullish or bearish breakout. However, it highlights the volatility and sensitivity of EURUSD to new developments. We need to stay attentive to any news releases and economic data announcements that could potentially trigger a breakout. Now, let's zoom in on the 15-minute chart for EURUSD and examine its recent activity. Over the past 15 minutes, the EURUSD has demonstrated a lack of definitive trend. The price has been oscillating within a narrow range, indicating indecision and uncertainty among market participants. This sideways movement suggests that the market is waiting for a catalyst to trigger a more significant move. The 15-minute chart reveals a potential support level at around 1.1080, with the price bouncing off this level several times. Similarly, a resistance level near 1.1100 has been holding the price back. While this narrow range suggests indecision, it also highlights the potential for a breakout in either direction. A decisive move above the resistance level could signal a bullish breakout, while a break below the support level could indicate a bearish trend. It's important to note that the 15-minute chart is highly sensitive to news releases and economic data. Any unexpected development could significantly impact the price movement. With the upcoming ECB interest rate decision and the Fed's rate cut announcement, the market is likely to react strongly to any new information. These events could potentially trigger a breakout from the current consolidation phase. We need to remain vigilant and observe the price action closely for any signs of a trend reversal.